everybody, welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. If this is your first time visiting, then my name is Rebecca, and make sure that you click that subscribe button and also the little bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I upload a new crochet tutorial. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this really easy, very simple, beginner friendly crochet flower. So it is really simple, really quick to make. It is, as I say, suitable for a beginner as well. It's a step up from the other flower video which was uploaded recently with just a single row of petals, because on this one you get this double row of petals and it looks absolutely beautiful and you get some great texture. So it can be worked really quickly using just little scraps of yarn, and we're just going to jump straight in. So this is probably the easiest flower really that you can crochet. So I'm going to start with my slip knot on my hook and I'm going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to insert my hook into that very first stitch and I'm going to slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through both loops on that hook. So that now has given us a centre ring for working our stitches into. So I'm going to chain 1, but that's not going to count as a stitch, and then I'm going to do 12 double crochet into this stitch. Now please remember I'm working in UK terms, so in the US these are your single crochet. So we want 12. So we're going to insert your hook into that centre ring, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both. That's 1. So pop a stitch marker into that stitch. Back into your centre ring, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both. That's 2. 3. You want 12. Okay, so count back. If you didn't mark your stitch, just count back to make sure that you're getting the correct stitch. And into that first UK double we're going to insert our hook and we're going to slip stitch to join our round. So yarn over and pull through both. Okay, I'm going to chain 1 and snip off and just tighten that up, and I'm just going to weave in these tails really quickly. As I've weaved in that centered tail, I'm just going to pull on it just to close up that circle a little bit. I don't want it completely closed. I've just pulled it just a little to tighten it up. So you can see here that each of our stitches has a front loop and a back loop. So this is the front loop and then this is the back loop. So it's the back loop that we're going to be using for this round. So you're not going to go through the whole of the stitch, you're just going to be going through the back loops. So you'll grab your yarn, whichever yarn colour you want for the back row of petals. So you'll insert your hook into the back loop of any of your stitches and just grab that yarn and pull it through. Okay, so now we're ready to start our chain. So we're going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then into the next stitch, into the back loop, you'll insert your hook, remember just through the back loop, and slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook, and that's your first petal. So again, chain 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then into your next stitch, into the back loop, do a slip stitch. So it can be a little bit fiddly this round, but it's worth it in the end. So if you just complete that all the way around, so chain 11 and slip stitch into the next stitch. So I just need to close off with my final one. I've got one last stitch to slip stitch into. So I will do my back loop slip stitch. And then I'm just going to join, just so that I don't have a gap between my petals, I'm just going to slip stitch into the base of that very first petal that we did. And then I will chain one, snip that off and pull through and pull it tight. Okay, so that's how you should look after your first round. We're now going to add our front round. So this time we're going to be working through the front stitches. So if you can see here, we've got all of these front loops that we didn't work into on the last round. We've got all of these front loops here to work. So you want to insert your hook into any front loop. So I'm just going to go into this front loop just here. These can be a little bit fiddly. I'm going to grab my new colour and just pull that through. And then this time I'm going to do a chain of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then slip stitch into the front loop of the next stitch. You can always fold those petals just to show up those loops a little more. So into that front loop of the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again into the front loop of that next stitch and slip stitch, and again work that all the way around. Okay, so I've got to slip stitch. I'm not going to slip stitch into this chain here, I'm going to go straight into the base of that very first petal that we did and slip stitch, chain 1, snip off, just pull that tight. And that is how you should look at the end. You should have this beautiful little double rowed, double petaled flower. So I really hope that you've enjoyed the tutorial. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe, and I will see you again for another video really soon. But thanks as always for watching, and bye for now.